when I'll think of a creative name for the podcast in post. I don't know.
Really shitty wrestling, RSW.
The really shitty wrestling podcast. Hello there, everybody. My name is Jacob, and I'm with my good friend Justin.
Yo, what's up?
And today, we are going to be talking about something special. Something that we've been planning for a while, and something that I hope is going to be a series regular for whenever we do these podcasts. Because I had the idea to do a sort of podcast retrospective on XPW.
Because we like torturing ourselves.
Yes. It's oh boy, is it not good.
Just from the top, take ECW and then bring it down like 5 notches at least.
And add and add a bunch of porn.
A bunch of porn. Oh god. That's not even the worst part of the show.
Oh no, it's not. The one fucking thing I forgot to do was write what was going on in wrestling history in the year 2000 in my notes. I wrote everything else.
Let's see. The Attitude Era was still going hard. WWF was crushing WCW hardcore because of one certain man named Vince Russo.
And also a bunch of other reasons if you think about it.
A bunch of other reasons. There were a lot of reasons. Basically, bleeding money was one of them.
FMW was kind of dying in Japan.
Sadly, yes.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be fully dead until another couple of years, but
it wouldn't be dead until like 2002, I think, 2001.
Yeah, it died with its new owner.
Yeah. WCW, as just mentioned, was this was in the beginning of the shitfest year, as I like to call it, where the WCW championship meant nothing.
As you may have seen on our reviews of certain pay-per-views.
Well, a certain pay-per-view. I think we only reviewed...
We only did Bash at the Beach, yeah.
Yeah, we only did Bash at the Beach.
We should go back sometime. Maybe
fuck yeah, we should.
Review some Ready to Rumble shit.
Ready to Rumble or New Blood Rising.
Ooh, oh no.
Okay. ECW was kind of hanging in there. They weren't really doing the best. A lot of the talent was being raided by the WWF, which the WWF, of course, was doing their best business. In fact,
best business ever. This was their hardcore year of being like top tier, loving the Attitude Era. It's hard to watch now, but people love this shit.
Yeah. It was fucking amazing how good the business was by then. And at this time, I believe these episodes were aired in April, so this would have been ECW just hosted WrestlePalooza, which had Tommy Dreamer with Sandman and New Jack taking on the network, which is Steve Corino, Jack Victory, and Yoshio Tajiri.
Always fun.
Yeah. Spring Stampede wrapped up where Jeff Jarrett defeated DDP for the WCW Championship. That was, I believe,
and he held the belt for how long?
I swear, not too long. I'm pretty sure.
Like maybe a month.
Because that was the show where they had all the title vacancies. So this is right when the whole. So
this is right after the reset, and they all were on the line at Spring Stampede.
Yes.
Is this the one with the Vampiro match?
What Vampiro match?
I think because this is April, so it's before the Great American Bash with the Inferno match. So I think him and Sting were still friends.
Yeah, they were friends, and they competed in the, I believe, the United States tournament.
Yes.
So yeah. Oh, and also in Japan news, Pro Wrestling Noah was founded, which was which is a company basically that took all Japan Wrestling's roster outside of 2 wrestlers and made an entire company out of it.
Now, what does NOAH stand for?
NOAH it's just a reference to Noah's Ark. because it's supposed to be a new generation of wrestling.
Ooh.
And it ended up being, like, I believe, the top wrestling promotion until, in Japan at least, until around 2004, 2005.
New Japan got its shit together.
No, not even then, because that was when Inokiism was really popular.
Ah, god.
And you got Brock Lesnar fucking stinking up the joint.
Fuck.
But no, it's just because I think New Japan was number one, because I don't know if it was New Japan or Noah that was number one at the time, but it was but I could definitely show you All Japan was not.
No.
It probably was Noah, because, fucking Japan, cause goddamn Inoki trying to bring in all those MMA guys and making the wrestlers look like shit, because
we love all the amateur wrestlers and we love the MMA guys. We love it. We don't want real wrestlers. We want these fuckers.
Onto
Fuck.
cultural things that happened in the year 2000.
Bit of a low price pop culture.
Rewind, yes.
Yeah, that. I'm trying to make an off-brand version.
Yeah, it's The Bad Touch by the Bloodhound Gang.
Oh, ooh, what
Yeah.
a song.
It's Gonna Be Me by the Backstreet Boys.
It's gonna be me.
Yeah. Forget About Trey. Oops, I Did It Again. And another. I wrote this down just for me. Another Dumb Blondes by Haku from that one Nickelodeon movie.
Damn, that's good.
Movie releases. Beyond the Mat released this year. That which was amazing because it was filmed in '98 and was released in 2000.
Great.
Final Destination, Scream 3, which I only recently found out is technically a part of Kevin Smith's View Askin Force. View Skinner Force, whatever it's called. Jay and Silent Bob show up in it.
Oh yeah, they do.
Which
make a joke. Then in Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, they make a joke about Scream 4. So how does that work?
It's this the fucking View Skinner Force is not. I don't know.
Now
all I know is that people like monkeys.
Yeah, this is the year 2000. So was there a latest Family Guy episode?
Ooh, is that gonna be your answer to like what's the latest? What's the
Simpsons episode?
I actually do not. I will.
I
look
don't
it
think
up.
there was. I'm pretty sure it was still canceled at this point.
Yeah, no. So I believe. Let's see. This would have
been season 2, right?
Yes, this would have been season 2. So I believe it was. This was probably like the first or second week of April when these episodes aired, but it would have been Running Mates.
That's an interesting one.
Yeah. I am not a Family Guy fan at all. So like I'm just reading off of Wikipedia.
Yeah, you when you want to do this, or when we have something of a time period, figure it out, and then I will guess because I probably know.
If anything, I'm gonna probably look up like what's the most recent South Park episode.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Okay, so I'm good. So now for the actual.
Enough stalling.
Oh wait, no, I have
stalling.
one last thing. In TV
Okay,
events,
one more.
Mobile Suit Gundam was airing. Malcolm in the Middle, Lightspeed Rescue, Time
Ooh.
Ranger was airing in Japan. Kuga was airing in
Yes.
Japan.
Yes.
The More Cowbell sketch from SNL aired.
Ooh.
That infamous
that
one.
was 2000.
Yeah, that was 2000. I thought it was like 98, but no.
I got a fever. And the only prescription is more cowbell. Thank you, Bruce.
And David Letterman had his health scale and had to leave his show for a while.
Oh yeah.
So
Came back. W would have been just getting into office right around now, right?
Oh yes, he would have. I believe so.
Anyway.
Okay. In 1999, porn producer and wrestling fan Rob Black was working on.
Those are two great credentials.
Yeah, two very surprisingly similar backgrounds. It was working with ECW's Paul Heyman to help promote ECW in the West Coast. This fell through when TNN managed to sign ECW to a television deal, thus ending the need for promotion with another promoter. XPW was born as an alternative ECW for the West Coast and focusing on more soap opera elements of wrestling, i.e. Russo-style booking.
I.e. bad.
Yeah. Now, the episodes that we've watched aired, as I mentioned before, in about early April. But XPW, early April of 2000. XPW was actually in existence from I believe, August of 99. So it was around for a while, but they didn't get a television deal until a while. And they aired on local local affiliates. So this is what, because public access was still a thing back then.
Oh yeah.
So this is I'm gonna read a little bit more about some background for this, because I found some bits from the Observer. So
a little bit of Meltzerness.
Yeah. This is from the March 27th one. XPW in California is planning to start running monthly shows at the 17,000-seat Los Angeles Sports Arena, which is a pretty ambitious place to be running with shows. XPW also would start airing weekly shows on the American One Network in the LA area. They have offered big contracts to people like Sabu and Shane Douglas, because apparently they got a lot of money to throw around since they're funded by a successful porn company.
Really? So how many people does this arena sit?
17,000.
There were only like 200
Now, okay,
at most.
the ones that we watched were not was in a very small venue. The ones that we
It looked like a gym.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was like a rec center or like a ball or something. But yeah, the LA Sports Arena is a very apparently historic arena. But
Awesome.
anyways, let's get into the actual thing with fucking XPW.
Can't put it off any longer.
We have to see it.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to XPW. Just days ago, the XPW title was taken hostage by Chris Candido. Candido's time at the top of XPW began just over 1 month ago when he met the real deal Damian Steele for the title.
We get a recap of Real Deal Damian Steele, XPW namestay, versus Chris Candido for the XPW title. I believe Damian Steele was champion at this time.
I believe so, yes.
It basically average match with a neato ball spot, with Chris taking a shot before getting the 3 count.
Drops the big elbow, and he's gonna go for the cover. Referee counts 1, 2, 3.
After the match, Shane Douglas debuted. Now, Shane Douglas, this was in between contracts. I believe he was in between ECW and WCW. Which comes
Straight
to
off the Revolution.
Yes, indeed. This was between his return for the New Blood storyline and after the Revolution died out. Shane admits to this not being the best idea legally, but then says,
WCW. Move away from this. You, Kevin Sullivan, you son of piece of sucking.
I agree with the sentiment. I just don't care.
he calls Ric Flair Dick Flair in trashing the ratings of WCW. He said he asked if they want to see Hogan or Flair. They say no. Shane asked if they want to see him, and they cheer. Which
Fucking
is
marks.
yeah. I mean, I'm not the Shane Douglas is okay, but I never considered him like the best.
He's just, he kind of sabotages himself. Like, he's a fine worker, but he just gets so pissy about everything. And it's like, okay, cool.
He mentions that he wants to make this company into a big deal, holding on its back like he did with ECW. XPW would send a message to those jackasses in WCW. He shoots on Ric Flair some more, saying he's a piece of trash, along with Hogan, how he can't draw for shit, saying Hogan can suck his dick while holding his jaw strap. You sucked in the 80s, and you suck now.
A lot of sentiments there, but...
Yeah.
I'm sure
Also,
you'll prove all of them
this
right.
will all be really funny in just a few and by the end of this episode.
Fuck.
Because this will come to bite XPW in the ass.
Oh,
XPW
really?
has now has itself a franchise, and then we get
Does it now?
Yeah, and then we get the intro, which is it very is ECW light. Like it has it's really overdrawn. It's not edited well.
I'm looking at this, and all I can think is, this is the worst compilation I've ever seen. It's so bad.
Like, this is, like, when you're on fucking Livewire and trying to look up like really fun wrestling clips, and like you just get like, oh man, it's XPW shit.
And like the rip that I watched is just so bad VHS that it's so hard to listen to it. The audio's shit all over this, by the way.
Oh yeah, even with the cleaned up copies that I watched, because I believe the rips I watched were from the official DVD release.
Oh.
Because I found two versions. I found the ones that were ripped straight from the, I believe, the local affiliates airings, and then from the DVD. But
And now, before we continue, the commentary team.
okay, I actually was about to talk about this. So, we see not Joey Styles, Chris
Obviously
Kloss,
not.
and color commentary Larry Rivera.
He's there to make Mexican jokes.
Yeah, and be really fucking horny.
Obviously.
And I mean, like, really goddamn horny. Goddamn.
It's worse Jim Ross.
Yeah. Fucking Chris Kloss, he's not horrible, but he definitely feels like I want to be like Joey Styles kind of thing.
He does that thing where like he gets a really gravelly voice at random points to like insinuate things, or like, you know how he's like cat fight,
He speaks like he's recording his audio in his parents' basement, but he doesn't want to wake up his parents.
Very true. Very true.
I will say this: he's better than Eric Gargiulo from from Women's Extreme Wrestling and the early days of CZW.
No.
Larry Rivera fucking sucks, though. I'm gonna admit
Half the time I can't fucking hear him or understand him, and the other half he's like saying something in Spanish or something stupid.
And I get that's his gimmick, and I know he apparently worked for like the WWC in Puerto Rico, I think. But like he's just like he fucking just talks about random shit sometimes. Just goddamn. They plugged that they would be there for the Los Angeles Sports Arena show and announced they will cover a brief history of XPW to catch up the viewers, which is good. I don't have to explain all that. I technically do have to explain all that shit because I'm recapping it. So they mentioned that Chris Candido took the title hostage when he went into WCW, and they buried him like WWE did with Sasha and Naomi. Like,
great.
I'm not kidding. It really is similar. Like, it's like, fucking like Chris Cross was like, he fucking took the title and he just like left. What the hell, man? You know, you piece of shit.
It's like Joey Styles hating on Mike Awesome. It's like I don't.
Oh my
fucking
god,
care.
it is.
It's God, I don't care about this. It's so stupid.
So they cut to Rob Black's wife, Lizzie Borden, making an appearance. She is laying down the law and asks the fans if they're ready for some TNA, and they cheer loudly. We're too early for that, Lizzie. Off about by 2 years.
No.
Lizzie says that the champion is a sellout, and Chris Candido actually does appeal when he's called out. So this confused me because I knew Chris Candido and Shane Douglas would later be with WCW, like around this time, because of course they were there for when David Arquette won the World title. They were also there for, I believe, Bash at the Beach, at least one. Oh, New Blood Rising. I forgot which one. But it's just so. But like, apparently, I guess WCW allowed them to work these dates. I guess because, or maybe they did them on the down low. I don't know.
I kind of just thought they were lying, honestly.
Like they signed contracts and they did. They actually, because like I checked, I went on Peacock, and the Monday after, like the Monday that this show would have aired, I believe Chris Candido appeared in a match on Nitro. Not as a one-off thing, but like as an actual thing. So
Weird.
Yeah, it's just weird that WCW would allow them to do this. I guess it's because WCW was maybe a bit more lenient on contracts. Because
I feel like they just didn't give a shit. These are just two mid-card fuckers we're not doing anything with. Who cares what they do?
That's probably it. The fans chant, "You sold out," and he says that he, in fact, did sell out, he admits to holding the title hostage, and he says that they will get more money in Georgia while champion, and everyone can bite it. And he's not defending it.
And then
Candido says that Lizzie can screw off, which she knows all about it, and Lavero says it's uncalled for, despite Lizzie calling Sonny a tramp.
Wonderful.
Shane then appeals and says he knows about this all too well, and mentions he was the one who took those Sue Happy guys' belt and made it mean something. Because Shane will never let the fact that she fucking threw down the NWA title on national television.
This is the one thing that he's actually known for. He has to protect his brand.
Shane says if he wants to prove himself as one of the best, which he believes he is, the crowd even cheers for this despite saying he was a sellout before, he should then defend the title tonight. Shane whispers something in Candido's ear, and then he agrees to defend it. The only condition that it will be defended against homeless Jimmy, under the suggestion of Shane Douglas.
Because let's have a homeless guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
XPW was very much a... those people from, 1994 that Vince would hire and give stupid gimmicks? Let's do that.
Yeah, let's just do shitty it's not technically an occupational gimmick.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, he's
homeless, he doesn't have a job.
Yeah. The match would begin after the commercial break. Really weird cuts all night to make the broadcast fit within an hour, because it just shows highlights of the match and not the full thing. So, occasionally we would get, a few shots of it, and then it would jump around for a bit. You would see, the XPW transition, but, it wouldn't be edited very well. So, it's so weird.
I'm just glad it saves me from all the stalling and rest holds and all this other bullshit I don't want to see.
They have a standard brawl. They use the shopping cart, some trash can lids, and then
it's a hardcore match, even though it's not hardcore.
They take it back
XPW.
into the ring. Chris hits a vertical suplex, then a pile driver, but Jimmy then counters it into another pile driver and gets it onto the offense. Chris throws Jimmy off the stage, but eventually gets back in the ring where Shane accidentally hits Chris with a metal sheet, causing Chris to almost lose the title, but he kicks out. After a loaded Shane fist to the head, Chris retains the title. That best can be described this whole show. Something kind of okay happens, and then something else happens. So yeah, that ends our fourth segment. Match was just kind of okay.
From what I saw of it, these were some spots.
I get why they okay. So here's the thing. ECW used to also do this thing where they would show highlights of a match but not the full thing. But they would usually allow it to play out. Here it's almost every minute and a half there's a cut. There's some kind of transition.
This is why you can't have a 1 hour wrestling show. This is bad.
Yeah. And if you're gonna do that, I don't know, just say hey, we'll have the full thing on this VHS tape, which we're gonna put out. Which they could
put it on a VHS tape, or if you're gonna have a 1 hour wrestling show, just make it mostly promos and maybe a match so that you can build to shit.
Yeah,
instead of just showing this.
Because that's the old style of
Saturday
WWF
night
superstars. We're gonna have a few promos, show some recaps, and maybe a match or two with some jobber. But we're gonna actually get on a segment on the history of the XPW title. So
because I want to know that.
I do. It's important for our listeners to read up on the history. Because fucking hell, I wrote 6 pages of notes on this.
Yeah. Amazing.
So it's shown here that Damian Steele, which is the guy that we saw before, formed the hierarchy, which basically was the sole intent of forming it was to make sure that Damian Steele would win the world title. It consisted of Jake Lawless, former WWF wrestler Nicole Bass, and former member of the Eliminators, John Cronus. Cronus, of course, fucking awesome guy. Why is he here, though?
Have we run out of group names that are a different word for kingdom or empire or just fucking big groups of
what other name
high...
would you? want
like
to.
corporation, imperium, all this other shit. It's like these words that mean like really highfalutin groups of people.
Mount Rushmore was another one.
Mount Rushmore.
Did you not know they had that in PWG?
Oh, God.
It was the Young Bucks, Roger Strong, and Super Dragon, I believe.
Oh, I love that stable. Continue.
John Cronus was taken out of the title picture early due to a dangerous attack by the faction and a fireball to the face. Same with Johnny Webb, no relation to Nate Webb, by the way. Nate Webb is a guy who was surprised didn't appear in this because he was all about like hardcore wrestling in the early 2000s, and he's pretty well known for his entrance because he comes out as a teenage dirtbag.
Oh.
There's this one clip of it was in like a deathmatch tournament, and like he just pulls Jerry Lynn out of the back, and they start dancing to Teenage Dirtbag, and that's the highlight of the fucking show.
Jesus Christ.
Michael Jackson won! Only the NWA!
So who are these people fighting, though?
They're just fighting most of the roster to make sure, because the roster is very small at this point. Like, I'm talking, like, very, very small.
But you know what's not small?
Hulk Hogan's penis.
I don't know, but Big Dick Dudley.
Oh, yes! Big Dick Dudley. A battle royale is then booked with the hierarchy taking control of most of the match, but Damien Steele would eventually win, even with John Cronus trying to betray Damien. Eventually, Big Dick Dudley, former member of the Dudleys, and guy who apparently is like the company's top guy, would return and face the odds to try to win the title. He would do so and win the title, but eventually would be vacated too, and I'm not shitting you when I say this, when his parole officer would refuse to allow him to wrestle anyone. They then covered it up by saying Lizzie didn't want an ex-convict to be their champion.
Well, that fucking sucks.
I would like, coming up with that is an okay excuse, but it's just so funny to me that, like, most of the time when a title's vacant, it's like, okay, one person left the company, one person got injured, yada, yada, yada. But this one's ex-convicts couldn't allow to couldn't allow to wrestle.
And, like, wasn't he stripped during his, like, celebration? Like, he held the title for, like, 10 minutes?
He held the title for, I believe, at least, I don't know how many defenses he did, but I think he didn't make a single defense, because he probably soon afterwards.
Yeah.
After the next show, they vacated it. Jake Lawless would then win the title, and then Damien Steele would buy it from Lawless. Yes, we literally had somebody buy the title.
It actually worked.
Yeah, and it didn't get vacated.
The WWF title cannot be bought, but the XPW, on the other hand, is very cheap indeed.
I mean, granted, it's the fucking... would you expect any better from a company best known for producing a bunch of porn videos?
No, I wouldn't.
We get a segment about Axel Rotten and Supreme that will eventually turn into a match between the two. Oh, that by the... We're done with the XPW title history. I forgot to mention that, because the Lawless thing would eventually pick up to the whole stuff with Chris Candido, and so that would... After the match, Axel would attack John Cronus, who wanted to watch the match, I guess. But then Supreme came out for the save, in which he stabbed Axel Rotten with a fork, I think.
Oh, my God.
Because these guys were wrestling, and I believe they were wrestling in the first, yeah, they were wrestling in the first King of the Deathmatch tournament, where Supreme was...
Really?
What was that?
Nothing.
Did you jailbreak?
No, it does that all the time. Anyway.
We get a recap of the King of the Deathmatch tournament, with Supreme facing off against Kid Chaos in the first match, defeated Messiah in the semifinal. By the way, Messiah, very important figure in XPW history, in about a year from now. and Axel Rotten would lose the semifinal against John Cronus.
Oh, goody.
The two
More
would then
Cronus.
meet. The two would then meet in the finals for the King of the Deathmatch title with barbed wire, ropes, thumbtacks, light tubes, and all of the fucking hardcore gimmick bullshit.
Oh, hooray! I can't wait.
Yeah, the three. There would be then a three-way match would be booked with the trio facing off against them in a non-title match. That had Supreme fall through the announcer's table, and Axel Rotten would pin him. It's then announced that Supreme and Axel would face off in a Japanese-style death match. Larry acts like this is bullshit because this is not America, not Japan, but Chris explains it's all about being extreme.
Okay.
It's just kind of weird, because, like, why?
Here's a question for you.
What?
Do you prefer three-way dance or triple threat?
Three-way dance. Oddly enough.
I honestly prefer triple threat as an idea.
Triple threat
and
is it's a better one, but like admittedly, I guess if you're using, unless you're like marketing towards like the East Coast, I would say triple threat is a better way of saying it, because like it's a fun title for a match. But a three-way dance is like that's an option ECW, and like a lot of people kind of compare wrestling to like classical theater, and dance is obviously a part of classical theater and stuff. So
Now, how do you feel about a fatal four-way?
fatal four-way, I think, is a better name.
And then a fatal five-way.
Fatal five-way is just dumb.
Why is it 5? Why is it not just 4?
I mean,
Stupid.
I get why sometimes if there's a storyline reason, of course, but like I don't know, like you have a perfectly I don't know. In my opinion, Ring of Honor peaked with multi-man names when they had full quarter survival.
Ooh, that's good.
Yeah.
But like,
It's elimination
you're just
style.
gonna put 3 other jobbers in with fucking 2 people you actually care about. So just make it 4. It's fucking stupid. I'm making reference to recent events, but let's move on.
So, Chris says that next time you see them on TV, you will see, and I quote, the sex. He says
Really?
He says it like that because, again, this was produced
Sex.
by somebody who does porn for a living.
And we just got done seeing the violence, but when we come back, we will see the sex.
It's fucking call up Gangrel over here.
Yes. A short backstory was then given for Lizzie, who was originally a ring girl of XPW, who was very seductive.
Is this bullshit or is this real?
This is bullshit. This
Okay.
is like, because
Why
I'm
the
pretty
fuck
sure.
should I care?
I guess it's supposed to be like a Mikey Whipwreck situation, but like,
But with how hot she is.
Yeah. She was very seductive and charismatic, but referee Patrick Hernandez didn't want her sexual acts to ruin the professionalism of the sport. Buddy,
You're working for XPW, you fucking idiot.
Yeah, you could have waited for a few more years till fucking PWG started and worked for a company that people actually would turn out to like for the most part.
And then multiple ball shots because
Yes,
it's funny.
yes. I was about to get to that. He stopped off acting all sexy and shit. It peaked on Halloween when Patrick came out, called her a whore, told her to get down onto her knees, but Lizzie then punches him in the dick and attacks Patrick. It's shown Patrick was a crooked referee, but Lizzie would stop that with the power of punches to the dick. Dick
Because
Kick
they won't
City.
stop. Dick
that-
Punch City.
Yeah, like, yeah, she does like directly punch him, not kick him.
It's that way that like they do ball shots where it's not like your fist or your foot, it's the forearm that you just like put between the legs. It's that kind of ball shot. I feel like that's safer in a way.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I mean, then again, you're still being kicked in the fucking nuts. Like that's
How
your
do
fault.
people take these? How does this work in kayfabe? How does that happen?
Like?
Should you just take a shot to the balls? Like what?
I mean, like in terms of actually performing the move.
Are they wearing a cup?
I wouldn't be surprised if it's a thing where like they just like very ever so almost hit it, but you know they have to fucking move. So I don't know.
But like the way that these ones are, and like ones in the '90s, or like ones where they're low and then they do it with the forearm. It's like you're getting right up on
Yeah.
in between there. Like that's some smushes
Unless they
right
like
there.
squeeze their legs at just the right moment where like they don't hit them. I don't know.
It's like a pile driver. You gotta do it in a certain way.
Fucking
Ball
punch it.
shots are like the pile driver.
Yeah. Eventually, Lizzie would turn heel when she
good.
married the owner of the promotion, Rob Black, and began acting like a dick and shitting on Missy Hyatt, who's there for some reason, and also getting Jasmine St. Clair in a match with Nicole Bass. We end with a lap dance with Christy Miss, but Lizzie heels all over her, saying when you work with XPW, you work hard. We get a sign off from our host.
Now it started as her, on her knees and then off with all the clothes except for like the thing, and then the feed cut out like completely for me. Like this rip had none of it, and then it just came back.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think that happened to me, but that happened in episode 2.
Ugh.
I think.
But before we move on, Nicole Bass, why couldn't you have been a better wrestler so you could be in better things? I love Nicole Bass so much.
Yeah, like, well, I think because if she came around, well, here's the thing,
If she had the prowess of China, then there could have been something there.
like, are you talking about the in-ring skills of China, or like?
Yes, because China got a push and she can actually, wrestle. Nicole Bass is just big.
I mean, yeah, well, no, here's the thing. I think if the problem with is that with Nicole Bass is that well, I'm not sure about like her actual in-ring quality, because I don't know if she's that good. The thing is, I feel like if she debuted before China did, she wouldn't really be used by like WWF, maybe ECW, but definitely not like the two major companies. And if she was debuted after China did, because I forgot when she did, people would be saying, "Oh, it's just like China," so like they're just whipping out.
Well, that's what happened to Asia in WCW.
Yes.
Because you just have a single really buff woman who's just kind of there. It's China
Was it
ripoff.
Asia or was it Midnight? But I know Midnight was with Booker T and stuff.
Well, actually, yeah, because Midnight was also pretty buff and looking, but Asia was the one that was with the Demon.
If Nicole Bass debuted like 10 years later in like the Indies,
If all these big, massive women debuted now, it would be so much better.
oh yeah, like because like we see that now with like fucking Dewdrop, Nyla Rose,
Like, yeah, and then like you get to like Raquel Williams, like she's considered big, and it's like, wow, okay.
On to episode 2. So
Yes.
we start this episode with Shane attacking Chris after his match with Homeless Jimmy, which ends with him cutting a promo saying Chris fucked him over the title back in ECW, and he would do the same thing on April 14th. It ends with Chris.
Does he throw the title down again?
No, he does not. I believe so. Not.
I know it happens again because that's all he knows how to do.
It ends with Chris Candido getting stretchered out of the ring as he's hurt for shoot. I think. I believe this actually was a shoot. I'm not entirely sure though. It looked real. I'll give it that. It actually did look real. Maybe I'm just really fucking easy to fool. But
It's
like,
just kind of Fall Brawl Buff Bagwell looking kind of shit.
Yeah.
You know?
because
Like, is this?
I don't know, because like you could hear Rob Black get on like the house mic and be like, "Hey guys, we need everyone to clear the ring because like we need all fucking chiropractors to come out." So like maybe it was, it's weird.
I find it like it was, but they were really trying to play it off. Like, don't focus on it too hard. Let's just let it happen, and we'll talk about it a little bit. We'll move on. Keep it on that line of real and fake here.
Which again can really be applied to XPW as a whole. Look, don't mind that now. We'll get back to it later.
This isn't bad. We're not doing bad. We're very fine. We're gonna keep going. We got this, guys.
This show aired, I think, on the show they plugged last week, and then they were full. As they mentioned that tonight it's Shane versus Candido, and Webb versus Messiah in a steel cage, which were 2 matches that were plugged for the April 14th show. So I believe this would have been a thing where, like, it aired earlier on in the day, and then, you know, later on they would have the fucking...
Weird timing.
Weird time, because, like, I can't find official air dates for these. Because, like, all the whips I had did not have an air date. They did not have a date of when they were aired. I only could go based off of advertisements. So
nobody knows when this shit happened. It just happened, okay?
It just happened.
We have the footage.
Somewhere
it
in the spring of 2000 it happened, and that's it.
We just have the tapes, okay?
XPW's Wrestling's Cryptid. Wrestling Cryptid. We get a segment on White Trash, Johnny Webb, who is currently fixing a car.
So basically, that gimmick, what was that? The one with the guy, the hillbilly who had the blind wife. What was that in?
Jamie Noble. It was
him.
Jamie
yeah,
Noble.
Basically that.
It's
But
like,
I think that came after.
Yeah, that came out in 2002. Because that was when Jamie was on SmackDown. But like here, it's like I'm getting very much like 80s wrestling vibes from this. Like,
Dear God.
You know when fucking Dusty Rhodes debuted, and like he
Right.
had all those promos, those vignettes of Dusty,
The working man shit.
Yeah, so it was kind of like this. He says that
took your job, daddy.
he says there ain't nothing wrong with being white trash. It just shows how much pride he has in being that low of a human being. Johnny is complaining about fixing a car and says, "I should try that pro wrestling stuff. Does it matter if you have a prison record?" No.
Why are they doing this as a gimmick in California?
Yeah, why?
I don't feel like this is gonna get over as well as like Dusty doing the working man shit in the South. Okay.
I don't
think this.
If anything, like I feel like this feels like a fucking plot out of a GTA game. Like,
Dear
hey,
God.
well, actually, no. I was gonna say it feels like, but then I realized a shit ton of wrestlers have prison records. So like, or at least fucking
very
jail
true.
records. So like, yeah, prison records don't matter, buddy. We see highlights.
Except when they do, because Big Dick got stripped of the fucking title for it.
Yeah, well, but that's only because his fucking parole officer said he couldn't wrestle.
For fuck's sake.
We see a highlight of Phenomenal Phil versus Webb at the debut show. At the second show, he was set to face off Mr. 80's Dynamite D.
Oh.
It's funny because like that debuts because like I feel like honestly that gimmick of Mr. 80's would work kind of well in the early 2010s, and I'm talking like early 2010s indies.
I mean, what is like that 70s guy gonna make a comeback?
It's Mike Awesome and Dynamite D are gonna form a tag team.
Oh no.
That would have been cool though. Kind of. Maybe
It might have been interesting. Like I know it's like a stupid gimmick kind of thing, but you know these guys are good workers. It could be fun.
Dynamite D says, "Oh yeah, the 80s were better when we had Bruno and Piper before Webb comes out." Webb says that he's gonna give Dynamite D a welfare check, and that if Piper was here and he saw you, he would give you a reality check. He also calls him a midget. Which is funny.
Would Piper have come here at all? Would he have taken the money?
This was honestly, if he wasn't signed to WCW, he might have. Because he was in a lot of weird places in the early 2000s. He was in WWE for a brief bit before he got fired for like saying shit in an HBO interview. He was in that shitty Orlando promotion. What was it? The one that Hulk Hogan was in.
Was that WXO?
No, it's not WXO. That was different. XWF.
Ah.
Because he was in the XWF. He was the commissioner. See, he could have shown up.
Is that the if you don't got it, get it one, or is that the other one?
No, that's WXO.
Yeah.
The XWF is where they have fucking Josh Matthews be their top star.
Dear God. Why?
And also, it's the promotion where Sable comes out and says like there will be no more prima donnas and no more people.
Oh, this is the one with like Jim Duggan and the fucking Willie Nelson. Like no more prima donnas.
Yeah,
He's
and then the
fucking
forced
high off
and then
his
the
ass.
forced match of XPW of that the forced match of XWF history is with Buff Goddamn Bagwell.
Dear Lord, Buff, please get better. Get better, my guy.
Webb introduces his manager, Missy Hyatt. Yes, you heard
great.
that right. Missy Hyatt.
Hooray.
I don't know why she's here. I guess she just kind of needed the money.
Probably.
We see highlights of the match where Johnny beats the hell out of Dynamite Joe with the help of his new manager. We also see Johnny Webb trying to win the title a few times, but lost it, such as with last week's clip where Lizzie low blows him, causing the Jake Lawless to roll him up and win. It's also started a feud between Missy and Lizzie, which is a poll that we missed from last week, because if you remember, in episode 1, there was that match between Missy Hyatt and Lizzie, or at least they had that bit where I think she was shitting all over them. So we kind of lost a bit of context, but we got it now.
Oh, good. I love context.
We also see here that this is where Missy was fired, and Chastity would then debut here, helping Lizzie with her heel axe. This causes Johnny to drink heavily and go into a depression as he was demoted back to a regular wrestler, not a main eventer. Not kidding.
Can we get names that don't end in a Y, please? Missy, Lizzie, Jasmine, fucking Tommy. Stop. Just come up with better fucking names.
We see Webb driving up to the XPW office to talk to Rob Black, the first appearance of him, and who I'm fucking sure we will not forget about as we continue on with this project. Because, oh boy, will Rob Black show up a lot in the next few episodes. A lot for most of XPW history in general.
Well, he is the president.
Oh, I mean, yeah, but he's like if Vince McMahon was on steroids. I'm talking in terms of on-screen appearances, because Vince would appear
more than he already was. Yes.
Yeah. Johnny pleads with Rob Black to reinstate Missy Hyatt. It's filmed like those bits with George and Steinbrenner, but if it was on the side. So like you have just basically Johnny pleading for his life, and then Rob Black's like, I don't give a shit.
Oh my God.
It's weird. We get a close-up shot as Webb continues to plead. Rob Black is just like, stop, nah, stop.
What is this man's accent?
He's weird. I guess he's not like it's definitely not like a New York accent, but it's like it's just
He's Californian.
California.
Isn't he?
Yeah, he's California. Yeah.
I have a cane and a boot on my car is what I have.
Stop. Please. Stop. Just leave. It's over. She's fired. She ain't coming back. She's done. Finito. Fiestado. However the hell, whatever can get into your brain. Over. Done.
Rob Black basically tells him to fuck off. We're not rehiring Missy, and so then Webb goes on a drunken rant about the blacks, and then the firing of Missy Hyatt, and drunkenly sings as a form of the protest.
That's
I
one way
misread that.
to say that.
He rants about the. So, here's the thing.
Yeah.
We were when did we watched these things back a few months ago. So I wrote these notes around when we were originally watching them, and then got delayed because of real life stuff. So when I'm rereading these notes, I thought that when he was doing the drunken rant about the blacks, I thought he meant the black community. And it's like stop having the last name Black. It doesn't help.
Is that his real last name? That can't be his.
Rob
real
Black?
last name.
No, it's Hold on, what's Rob Black's real name? What's his shoot name? It's Robert Sakari.
It's why not just have that name? Why
Because
is
Black's
your last name
cool.
Black?
Jeff Jarrett guitar smash onto everyone and then whips them with a goddamn cane. Ring crew eventually stops them until they meet again.
I really hate guitar spots. I
You
don't
do?
like them.
I
They're
love
they're
them.
not good.
Is it because like the guitar prop always looks fake?
Well, like, it looked like a real guitar, but, like, if you drop it in any way, it's going to shatter. Like,
Oh yeah.
the guitar is, like, the same density as a fucking TNA table. It's like,
and then it turns into dust.
It's,
I mean, I think
just use a
surprisingly-
bottle, for fuck's sake. Why do you need a guitar?
Admittedly, when TNA like had Jeff Jarrett come out, like I think he would have like a better guitar.
He
because,
had like a metal guitar, and then it had like a fucking pyro thing on it, and it like shot it out. It's like, wow, what a great guitar. Did he ever play the guitar?
No, he did not.
That's, in the 15 years you've been doing guitar spots, why haven't you played the guitar, Jeff Jarrett?
Look, if goddamn Honky Tonk Band doesn't know how to play the guitar, why does Jeff Jarrett not know?
Freaking Elias is the only one who really plays the guitar. It's like, god damn it. Get Mad Mountain Rock in here.
We then see the debut of the aforementioned Messiah, the most controversial wrestler in XPW, and who he legitimately believes he is the Messiah.
Good for
setting
him.
on setting on a crusade to fix XPW of its sins, which is just kind of weird, even for wrestling standards. Like believing you are actually legitimately the Son of God.
This isn't quite on the level of trying to fight God, but it's almost there.
No, it's just like, I mean, I guess it's not even like a a Miro type thing where like it's like a my God sort of thing. It's like I am actually the Messiah.
This is hardcore blasphemy right here.
White Trash, Johnny Webb, and the Messiah would then have a match with a bunch of standard hardcore bullshit. Messiah winning.
A white trash man versus Jesus.
Yes.
Okay.
Who wins in the fight? Homeless man or Jesus Christ? You decide.
It's gotta be homeless man.
Webb attacks him after the match, hangs him on the company's logo, the fucking company's giant X logo, and attacks him before the staff stops him. Thankfully we did not get like a WrestleMania 15 Big Boss Man spot.
Ah, fuck.
You're
telling me that this edgy ass promotion did not try to hang somebody in the ring.
No, I would not be surprised if they try to do that later.
Get a little bit of crucifying Sandman up in here.
Oh yeah. The two competed in the deathmatch tournament as we saw last week, and also fought in the next show to continue the feud. We have powerbombing Messiah onto some thumbtacks, and actually I thought that was a pretty good spot.
You know the word crucify, right?
Yeah,
you know that word. Is it crucify because, or like a crucifixion because you're affixing somebody to a cross? Is that
I believe so.
Is that the origin of the word?
I believe so.
Just had to think about that for a little bit. Go on.
So then Johnny Webb would they win with his finisher, the welfare check, get the pin, and then Kane Messiah some more. We then get
what the fuck is this, the welfare check?
Oh god, I'm gonna have to splice in a clip of it when we do the video.
What is it?
It's just his finisher, and I don't.
What does he do?
That's okay. I'm gonna take a quick intermission and find out because I fucking. Oh no, it's okay. So it's kind of almost like a Death Valley driver, but instead of holding them onto the side, on top of your head, going to the side, it almost kind of like in a DDT motion. So that's what the welfare check is.
It's a really shitty move.
It's fine. We then get highlights of Supreme versus Kenny Chaos, which included a bed of nails, a barbed wire spot, and some moonsaults and Hurricane Runners. Kenny Chaos is actually a decent wrestler, from what little I've seen of him.
I've heard things about him. I haven't seen much of him.
Yeah. Like, based on just, like, Kenny Chaos probably seems like one of the few wrestlers who actually does know what they're doing. Because, like, most of XPW's roster is very much deathmatch hardcore spot, so, like, if you're not somebody who's really into deathmatch wrestling, you're probably not gonna get that much into it. But,
Yeah.
it's okay. We also see a few more highlights, which is honestly what we saw before with the same. So it's like the same spots, just different commentators, and Homeless Jimmy versus Axel Rodden. So we see matches we saw last time. This is what confuses me about XPW. They play matches that we've already seen.
Oh, good.
So just like cut down a bit more. We also see highlights.
Don't show these matches, man.
We also see highlights of the finals, which had a glass spot, a supreme cutting cross with a shot of it, and hitting a really shitty moonsault table spot that barely breaks.
Yes, the beauty of shitty hardcore wrestling.
The announcers plugged "Baptized in Blood" on VHS and DVD, which contains the full King of the Death Match card, and also the night Candido won the world title. Just as a note, we will not be watching that tournament because we pretty much saw it already. I don't want to waste $10 on Amazon.
I don't have time to care. I'm sorry.
Okay, we see a segment that makes Christy Miss look like shit, showing the bit that ended last week, and a spanking bit where Cronus spanks her. This is a real thing that got booked, and Lizzie and Chris making out because Lizzie forced her to before it's taken off the air. And by taken off the air, I mean like really like just suddenly all of a sudden like it just cuts to the fucking
the guys at the network just said, fuck it, get it out. No,
which is weird because like I'm pretty sure the shit had to be pre-approved beforehand, so I guess that was like an intentional cut. They just played
good. I love that.
So on to our final episode for the evening. Episode 3 starts off with Chris Cross saying Shane Douglas screwed XPW by signing with WCW. Pretty much like how Chris screwed over pretty much just like as Chris screwed over the NWA beforehand, and how Chris Candido screwed over XPW beforehand. So
because we're very screw happy on this one, if you couldn't tell.
They mentioned how TV stations also fucked XPW over by not showing the whole Christy missing Lizzie thing, which they try to show again in full, but it also gets cut.
Hey guys, you can't show that.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
It's even on public, like, unless it's airing at, like, past 10 o'clock, I don't think you can air that.
1 in the morning Skinamax bullshit. It's like,
Take some notes from Adult Swim, even though Adult Swim technically was... No, Adult Swim was by now. Either now or 2001.
I think it's we're like a year or two off from that.
We oddly enough get to see another cut of Shane Douglas's debut promo from episode 1. It's just the same
There's one thing I love, it's more Shane fucking Douglas.
Yeah. We then get to see an actual fucking match! We get to see the Chris Candido vs. David Steele match from April 14th. So this was the match, I believe. So this was the match that they were plugging with all the way from back in episode 1. Mm-hmm. All parties are banned from ringside, with the exception of Jake Lawless and Sonny.
Oh wow! I wonder if they'll come back.
Yeah, it's like, gee, they're probably going to appeal. We start off with a collar and elbow tie-up, but Steele stops it, then scramble around for some more. Chris Candido pulls the hail of steel.
We had 5 minutes of wrestling.
Yeah, and then just more
brawling.
Well, actually, no, we do get some legitimate wrestling in here. Candido pulls the hail of steel before they circle around each other more. Here's my question. Who's the heel in this match? Because Chris Candido definitely is the heel. Because, like, he just portrayed XPW. Damian Steele is not a heel because, like, from day one, he's been portrayed as a bad guy.
This is literally a hardcore heel versus heel match. No real build up. They're all just dicks. It's like, I don't care.
Headlock into a shoulder block by Candido and the crossbody by Steele. More standard wrestling moves and exchanges like a net breaker, pin attempts, and stalling suplex.
Candido is there hope for this match?
Candido does an elbow drop and then gets a 2 count as Larry keeps acting very fucking horny and wanting to see the footage of Lizzie and Chrissy, and Chris calls Shane a turncoat while Candido chops Steele and then throws him into the turnbuckle. Steele gets a hold of Candido and hits a body slam and then another leg drop type move for a 2 count. So like actual legitimate wrestling.
Under all of this other bullshit, yes.
Steel tries to top rope move, but Sonny interferes, and Steel gets low blowed via Candido messing with the ropes. Suplex by Candido, flying headbutt again by Candido.
Good, I love that move.
Two count as Candido tries to show some offense onto Steel as Chris continues to bury Shane. I'm not kidding. Literally half of the show is just shitting on Shane Douglas. Quarter punches by Steel, snap mail, drop kick, and then a 2 count. Another takedown, another 2 count. Both managers yell at each other to shut the fuck up as Steel does the evil Uno pose as I wrote in my notes. Candido tries to powerbomb after some restraint by Steel. Spine buster by Steel. Fails to get a 3 count as Shane Douglas interferes, takes a bump, and then drops some chains, which is used by Steel to knock Candido out, while Sonny distracts the ref to stall him. Almost a 3 count as Steel grabs a steel chair. Candido ducks, uses the chain that he grabbed from Steel, and retains. We then get...
It actually went on for a while.
Yeah, and it actually was a decent match. Like, this is the first legitimate match. We're 3 episodes in, and this is the first match we were able to actually talk about.
That's not a good thing.
Yeah. So then we get a video package for the team known as the West Siders. I'm gonna put the name on screen because I can't say that.
Oh.
Do you remember what the name was, Justin?
I do not.
I'm not gonna say it in here, but I'm gonna text it to you.
Please do.
God. We see a black man visiting a graveyard, holding a brown paper bag by his side as he talks to a grave of a friend of his, asking where did it all go wrong, saying his death won't be in vain. So, like, again,
some somber shit.
very much like 80s WWF vignette styling, which I kind of dig, but also just kind of weird that, like, this is how we do it. Like, I know ECW would do that kind of stuff, and obviously WCW and, like I said, WWF would do that, but, like, here, it's kind of out there.
It's like, the rest of this shit is just random-ass crap, and now
and then character shit.
Okay, cool.
He says, I won't let you, all the other homeboys around here, I won't let you rest in peace with what the fuck? With adventures, I won't, what did I, okay. God damn.
What is this? What is happening?
I think I did a typo when I was writing because I'm looking at my notes. It says, I won't let you rest in peace with Avengers. I will avenge your name. I think I was supposed to write like I will avenge your name or something like that. Again, I'm gonna fucking splice in like what he actually says, so I'm not misquoting you.
Your death won't be in vain. I won't let you or all the other homeboys around here. I won't let you rest, because I know you can't rest in peace without me avenging your name. In their homogenized world, they don't know what it's like growing up in the hood.
They don't know what it's like growing up in the hood. They don't know what it's like in the ghetto. They don't know shit about the ghetto. The man ends his talk by saying he's gonna take the streets to XPW with his homies who have passed away. Not as long as the color of his skin, as black as Hulk, as he pours one out for his friend. When you mess with the West Side, you go down. This is, we're gonna get to that. Okay, so, one last thing before we get onto, like, who this person is. You better watch your back, or you just might get jacked. This is Chronic, who is, one half of the West Siders, along with, Big Riot. They primarily wrestled in XPW, because I don't think they actually wrestled for long. So, like, we won't get to see the West Siders for much.
Oh, I will miss them so much.
Chronic is decently athletic. He looks like he actually can wrestle, and he does some flippy shit and a lot of kicks. So he's kind of like, I'm tall and buff, but, like, I actually can do shit.
This is the kind of shit that makes me thankful that we have the Street Profits and like Top Dollar and all those fuckers now. I think this is fine. Like, it's not the it's not the worst. I mean, like but like, because like they're decently athletic and like
having like a gimmick, having this kind of gimmick is fine, I guess. I mean, then again, if it's like what the wrestlers themselves want to portray, that's fine. If this was like, I don't know, for example, Vince McMahon being like, I'm gonna take a one-man gang and make him Akeem the African Dream.
What was that, like 2005, saying my N-word over there?
That was 2006, actually.
Thank you, Vince.
Yeah. But Jesus, man. That was 2006, I'm pretty sure. Like,
fucking hell.
Survivor Series, I think?
Jesus.
Because that was when John Cena was champion.
So.
Okay, his tag partner, as I mentioned before, is Big Riot. And we see a part of his gimmick is hanging people. And also, I think, setting Dynamite D, and only Dynamite D, on fire. As we see him, like, fucking trying to pour gasoline onto him. So, Jesus Christ.
Those are always the best kind of spots. Pouring gasoline onto people.
Yes. The guy watched the fucking Ultimate Warrior vs. Hogan match at Halloween Havoc in 1998 and just like,
I can do better.
They almost had it. I just have to throw gasoline onto them.
Literally set somebody on fire in the ring. Okay.
We cut to the West Siders having a match with the Pitbulls, former ECW Tag Team Champions, and I believe one of them is a television champion. One of the two teams they would face constantly as they take control of most of the match, putting Pitbull number 2 through a table, and they also tried their tag finisher known as the Rocket Launcher, but they miss.
This is what happens when you have 2 or 3 tag teams the whole time, and they have to fight for the same belt.
Yeah, well, I kind of forgive it now because XPW is like small. Like this is like only if you're either really internet savvy, or like if you're in the local area, you'll probably know about XPW.
It's kind of the opposite of what WWE have, is that if your division is so small, what's the point of the division? It's kind of like that.
Yeah.
But they do have a small roster, so I can understand.
So, like, I can forget, yeah, like, because I can forget, like, if they're constantly going to be fighting each other, like, especially when, like, this is even before, I believe, Chris Candido would show up. Because, like, again, they're mostly showing stuff from, like, late 99, early 2000.
Very taped. It's very taped.
We see Gay Wolf, one of the Pitbulls, then tags in, takes control of the match, taking out the two as they put them through tables. One throws one through a standard throw into the table, and another to Chronic via a super power bomb off the top rope.
Super power bomb.
Super power bomb's also a fun name. I just felt like saying that.
I like the ideas of like super moves and like superplexes and all that. It's just sometimes they don't work out really well.
Yeah. I mean, I mostly prefer like in terms of like super variants of moves when it's like a move that's like, this is a thing mostly found in like Japanese wrestling, but moves that like only are busted out like every few years. Like Kenta Kobashi had one thing where it was the Burning Hammer, and that was only used 7 times throughout his entire career. And it's like a really fucking dangerous move. And I think it's banned. Because it involves landing the person directly on their head. Because you cannot protect yourself from that. So there's a reason why I think it's banned by WWE. So, but
I can believe it.
But every indie wrestler in the mid 2000s used it because they saw some Japanese wrestling tapes and was like, I want to steal that.
Now, how many people died using it?
Actually, nobody.
Really?
Yeah, no. Nobody died doing that.
Anybody break their neck?
I don't think so, too.
Wow, that
surprising.
Is lucky people.
Yeah. But
that
also just, I don't know, that just reminds me of, like, fucking, Kenta, the whole situation between Kenta and CM Punk, because, I don't know if you know this, but Kenta originated CM Punk's finisher, the GTS, and just, Punk was like, I'm gonna steal that, and then, yeah.
This is the kind of cruel reality of wrestling moves that kind of makes me sad, because, like, you keep doing this thing where you literally land on your head, and all these indie wrestlers fucking steal it, but, fucking Hayabusa botches one rope thing, it lands on his head, and he's fucking paralyzed. It's like, god damn it.
And it wasn't even
why
like
does life like this?
And like it wasn't even like a special move or anything. It was just a standard moonsault that he was trying to do.
Yeah, he was just trying to do a flip, and then he lands on his head, and it's like, God damn it.
And it's paralyzed the rest of his life, yeah.
Fuck.
We then see Gaylord challenge the West Siders to a street fight match, but it's a cage match instead. So I guess it's like a cage match street fight. I don't know.
Because that makes sense.
Yeah, standard match with the West Siders taking control of most of the match for the most part, until the Pitbulls use the cage to their advantage by putting them against the steel cage. So kind of doing the whole spot where they like weld them against the steel cage.
Yeah. Shit.
Then the big dude, who I put as Dalla, I think, orders the ref to open the cage. I believe he's either a frequent partner or the manager, and I honestly forgot. Dalla enters in. The West Siders take control of the match by bringing in a steel chair to then mix to the mix, and then uses the same tactic by throwing the Pitbulls onto the cage. Pitbull number 1 then uses a chair to take out 2 members of the West Siders, and Leo Big Riot would go onto the top of the cage and hit both Pitbulls with a flying chair to the face for the win.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, that's oof. We also get a video.
Neat move.
I just think it's neat.
I just think they're neat.
We also get a video on Homeless Jimmy, who says he will wrestle for food, diving through dumpsters, and also trying to feed his dog. Homeless Jimmy knows how to wrestle, despite not having any training. So
I love the idea of a guy wrestling for a company in a day and era when we know that you're like under contract, you get paid to be here, so you're homeless now, are you? It's like,
yeah. So then we get a showcase of matches with Jimmy that we've seen before, some that we've not, but we're not going to go over that because the tape's basically almost over. And then we just get a replay of the Shane Douglas promo from the very first night of the very first episode again, but with commentary added. So like you hear like Chris Kloss shitting over Shane Douglas and being like, "Yeah, fuck you, man." So that is the first 3 episodes of XPW. What are your thoughts, Justin?
This is just insanity. It's mostly garbage. There's some interesting shit here. There's nuggets. There's little tiny nuggets of good in this idea, surrounded by just crap. Just river of crap.
I'm kind of mixed about it, because I didn't really like most of it, because one, a lot of it feels very disjointed, for lack of a better word. But
a lot of it is very car crash.
Yeah, because it's like, oh, we're gonna try to throw in all these matches, but then it's like, oh no, we can't, because like we only have an hour time limit, and we have to.
Let's fill it up with porn.
Yeah, and then the porn gets cut off, so like that goes there goes that, and it's just not. And most of the match, like I said, most of the matches are very cut up, so you kind of get bits, but I assume that this is just the television show was mostly just used to promote house shows, pay-per-views, and the DVD stuff. Yeah. So it was less of about like advancing storylines and stuff, and more just about like here's what you're gonna see, kind of thing.
The storylines, save for one, are all terrible and insider bullshit. I think the one with the West Siders sounds neat, but I doubt it's really going to go anywhere. You said they left in like a month or something, right?
They did not. I don't think they wrestled that much. I'm gonna double check, because I think they only wrestled a small handful of times. Let me.
How unfortunate.
Which sucks, because like so they wrestled from the beginning of XPW '99 and all the way till September's Go Funk Yourself show. That's the show they had Terry Funk on it.
Okay. Yeah. What a wonderful thing.
They only wrestled about 8 matches in 2009 and 99. So, and then they also wrestled 1 match in 08 because that was the XPW reunion show.
Yes, because if anything deserves a reunion show, it's XPW.
But I think like it's fine. like, I guess putting myself in the context of a Californian, it's like looking for like indie wrestling stuff nearby me, and I need to find something that's on it, and you know, this is a good advertisement, I guess, for the stuff.
This
But I
this
don't
is
know.
why I don't watch indie wrestling. This is the exact reason.
Because it's just like, it's just this.
It's bad. It's indie for a reason.
I mean, I wouldn't say
Like,
that, but because this is
there's
a very
good indie wrestling, but this is bad indie
this is
wrestling.
a very specific type and of like wrestling. Because like the hardcore shit, I can see why it's a turn off.
I'm not a fan of hardcore wrestling, so I don't enjoy most of this.
But I really don't know what else to say because these episodes were, because there wasn't really a lot in these episodes. Most of them were vignettes and like history pieces, but like not actual. But like we can't really tell much about like what would go on because we're only getting small segments of matches. So
give me foreshadowing. Is shit gonna get weird in the coming?
shit is very much going to get weird. So
Oh, goody.
This is the part where I do the stinger for the next time we do this.
Next
time. Next time on insert whatever the podcast name is. Yo, I'm actually gonna put in the fucking Dragon Ball music for reference.
Yeah, do it.
Sabu debuts. Shane Douglas threatens Rob Black. Shit gets weird, and Rob Black gets screwed out of his own company. We'll see you guys next time. I'm Jacob,
I'm just.
and we just watched XPW episodes 1 through 3.
God help us.